Hello, it's Adam here. I'm going to let you into a little secret with my photography. Over the years, with both my film and my digital cameras, I've been shooting completely manual. No surprises there, but here's my dirty little secret. I've been completely ignoring the light meter in the camera. In fact, all of the images that I'm showing you in this video were taken without me paying any attention to what the light meter was telling me. And I recommend that you do the same when you're next out taking photos. Completely ignore your light meter and shoot on manual. And just do what I've been doing, which is shooting with the Sunny 16 rule. I don't want to waste my time with the light meter and all of the other settings in the camera when I'm out taking photos. I'm out shooting manual, and whenever I can, and I am just out to take photos for the sheer enjoyment of it, I don't want to get distracted by the light meter or anything else that the camera wants to tell me. Why? Because I've discovered a real joy in the results that I've been getting from the Sunny 16 rule. So, what is the Sunny 16 rule for your exposure? The Sunny 16 rule is actually really simple. It means that if you have a bright sunny day, set your aperture to f16. Then set your shutter speed to match the ISO of your film or the setting that you've got your digital camera set to. So if you've got 100 ISO film in the camera, or you've got your DSLR or mirrorless system set to 100 ISO, keep your shutter speed at 1/100th of a second. Then don't allow yourself to be distracted by anything else that the camera's light meter wants to tell you. Then all you actually have to do is raise the camera to the eye, compose, and snap away. Now, this rule works with other lighting environments as well. If you keep your shutter speed at the same speed as your ISO, if there's a few clouds around or shade from buildings, shoot at f11. If there's a few more clouds or it's starting to get a little bit dull, go to f8. If it's overcast, go to f5.6. Sunset or inside, shoot at f4. If it's a dimly lit inside environment, shoot at around f2.8. Alternatively, if you want to shoot at lower apertures to have a little bit of background blur, that's easy to accommodate with the Sunny 16 rule thinking as well, because when you open up the lens bias stop, just increase your shutter speed bias stop in order to compensate. For street photographers, it's actually really great because at f16, with general street photography, you can leave the camera on manual focus as well and not worry about where your focus point is or moving that little green dot around in your EVF, because at f16, everything's just going to be in focus and it's going to work out. So I guess, why have I become so pro the Sunny 16 rule, and why am I shooting with the Sunny 16 rule all the time now, or as often as I can? Well, I think with modern photography, we worry too much about getting a perfectly exposed image. We want perfect everything. And I honestly think that using our cameras has become more of a computer game through the EVF or on the screen, just to get the perfect score and histogram. We're more worried about what the numbers are in an image than what the image actually is. I think as a photographic society, we've become too concerned with technical perfection of our photos rather than the emotional aspect of our photography and us and other people just enjoying the final result of the images that we're creating. You know, I don't know if you think that the photos that I'm putting up in this video are good or bad. Personally, I like looking at them, and I know some other people, friends, like looking at them as well. And I know that everyone else who looks at my images couldn't care less how they were shot, or what gear they were shot on, or what settings the camera used to create them. But also for me, when I'm out taking pictures, I just don't want to get distracted by camera settings and menus and whatever else flashes up in EVFs or on screens these days. You know, for me, what becomes even more laughable is that we then go on to edit these technically perfect RAW files that we've shot and give them an imperfect look with simulated grain, crushed shadows, absolutely sickening high dynamic range filters. High dynamic range photography just does not deserve to exist. It looks gross. And also weird kind of retro filters as well. And the fact that we actually go ahead and do all of this stuff just proves to me that we as humans enjoy the beauty in imperfections with our photography. And this is an important point to make, because shooting with Sunny 16, not all of your images will be perfect. And yeah, and with a lot of photos that I also take, if I want to take a portrait or I want to take something special, yes, I will pay attention to the light meter then. But the fact is, I enjoy the imperfections that I'm getting out of just shooting Sunny 16. Some of your images, when you start shooting Sunny 16, will be under or overexposed. That's just the nature of it. At f16, obviously they're going to have a lot of extra contrast, and very likely there will be some image distortion from that very tight aperture as well. But you know what? Sunny 16 will help deliver a really nice, unique look to your photos that you wouldn't have been able to achieve otherwise. When you shoot with Sunny 16, the soul of your camera will surprise you with quite a unique look that it might even actually be quite difficult to try and replicate in post-production. So it'll also help save you a lot of time in Lightroom or Capture One or Photoshop or whatever else you're using later on. When you're shooting with Sunny 16, you just have to worry about finding the moment you want to take a photo of, pushing the button, and letting the camera and the lighting environment around you just take care of everything else. It feels so great, it's so liberating, and the results are just refreshing. So why should you pick up your camera now and go out shooting with the Sunny 16 RAW? Well, if you're watching this at night, maybe wait until tomorrow, but I guarantee you will find it so liberating. You won't have to worry about camera settings, and I guarantee you're not going to get distracted by them. You're going to feel freer to take more photographs, and your photographs are going to have a new, unique look that you haven't seen before. And isn't that what we all want with our photography? Our own signature, unique look that everyone goes, wow, over? If you want to see more of my photos that I've taken with the Sunny 16 RAW, head over to a post on my blog. I'll put a link in the description. Please leave a comment here or on the blog. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Cheers.